You're listening to Cinema Red Pill. I'm Sharon, your host, and today I have I'm interviewing someone, Michael Wawuyo Jr. I'm saying it right?
Yeah, you said it right.
He's
one of the few people to say it right. So
Wawuyo is difficult for people to say.
people say Wawuyo.
But it's an obvious letter U.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Michael Wawuyo Jr., who is, I think your most notable role from asking other people where they know you from has been The Hostel.
Yeah.
So, as Brother John in The Hostel. So, I have to first say, you're one of my favorite actors. Like, I am not lying. Like,
Really?
I
Thank
could
you.
lie to someone just because they're coming on my show, but I am not lying. I really like you. I've seen, I told you I've seen a few of your films, and I saw them after a junket of other Ugandan films, and I liked you the best because
Thank
you were
you.
really good.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
one of the problems, which I personally have, is when someone's acting, you can tell that they're reading from a script.
Yeah.
So that really takes you out of it. You're not really buying them
Throws
as a
you off the
character.
zone,
It
yeah.
throws you off, so you're not into the performance and into the story. But you're really able to do that. So I really like you as an actor. Any other introduction you'd like to say of yourself?
Well, I don't know. I'm Michael, an actor, filmmaker.
Really?
I not only act but also work behind the scenes and so many other projects.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Yeah, now I know. Okay, so I want to first ask you about your journey, obviously, as an actor or anything. But we
Yeah.
first start with your notable roles. You were in The Hostel
Yeah.
as Brother John. You
Sure.
were in Yatmadid. Yatmadid, from what I gathered, is about post-LRA war type of situation.
It's basically about the story of two brothers who are fighting over their dad's property. Oh, and
Who
their
is your
dad.
dad?
Yes. Yes, that's the most intriguing bit for Yatmadid for me. It's a very personal performance for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you more about that later. And I saw you have credits on Beneath the Lies.
Yeah.
What did you do on Beneath the Lies?
Beneath the Lies, I played Shaban. Shaban was a support character who is an IT, like he's a geek. Anything you ask him for, he will crack it down for you. He will get it for you. Any conversation tapped on phone.
Super cool. Okay. You
Yeah.
tell me about those other films you've done. I'm sure your credit is pretty long. You've done a ton of short films, right?
Yeah.
And other series and other movies. How many feature-length films have you done?
Feature-length films I've done about, not so many actually. I've done more shorts and TV
You've
series.
done more shorts. Like you can count them on your hand, that feature-length. Eh?
The feature-length, they're about 4.
Really?
Yeah.
So now let me start with the actual question. So I'm going to start with your journey, questions on your journey. So
Yeah.
it's super obvious you grew up in a home. Your dad is Michael Wawuyo, who has been acting for like 30 years and over.
Yeah.
Very
35 to be precise.
He's been working for 35 years now.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it like growing up with your father being who he is and the influence he had?
It was
on you?
fun. It was fun because we'd get to watch him on TV. But then he never wanted us to do what he did. Like,
Why?
I don't know. He would pick me up from school and drop me at the theater here while he had some rehearsals with Irene Kulabako, the director of Yatmadid.
She is.
She directed
I remember
us.
seeing that.
Yeah, so they would have rehearsal and I'd be that kid who would be playing in the grass behind there, just watching him. And he always pushed me in the line of formal employment. Yeah, the corporate lane, which I studied. I did IT at campus.
Oh.
Nothing to do with film. And I worked for a bit, but I never had the love for what I was doing. I was like, I'm wasting my time here, so let me do something that I love, wake up every day and be happy about, and still make money off it. Still.
How did you know you loved it?
How did I know I loved it? When I took keen interest in watching what he did all the time. Like, for example, my sisters and I, the eldest is also an actress in the UK,
What's her name?
Diana Wawuyo.
Okay.
So she's the firstborn, and we were these kids who loved we were inspired by him.
all of you are now in that world.
Just the two of us. The rest are the rest are still artists, but in their own, in their own world.
They're still artists though. They're doing creative work.
They're doing creative work.
Okay.
So yeah, we'd watch him on TV. He was among the very few filmmakers in Uganda who had worked on TV. Leave the Ebonies. The Ebonies were more like for a certain kind of audience. Yeah. He was. They had TV movies. I don't know if you ever watched Uganda Matters.
I did watch Uganda Matters.
The very old Uganda Matters.
Yes, I did. I'm old enough to have remembered that.
Yes. So, and a couple of stuff. So we were those kids who used to watch their dad on TV, and at school they'd go like, "Oh my, Michael, your dad, we saw your dad last night," and it would make me happy. So I admired that. Then when I got to understand how he gets to do his thing, I picked lots of interest, and the interest grew by the day. Like,
how did you get to understand? Would you see him reading, practicing for his role?
Yeah. At home.
Would he ever let you read for him his script? Like,
no, he would let my mom read for him. he would always hustle my mom to do his the other part.
Oh yeah. He never let you do it.
No, because he wanted us to be school book. Like that's how we all grew up. None of us grew up in. Oh, I'm acting here. No.
So was that the fun thing, seeing him in the process and everything?
Seeing him, watching him on TV, reading about him in the papers was the inspiring thing for us as kids.
So one thing's for sure, passion is not all it takes. Yeah, so many people are so passionate about stuff, but they're completely bad at it.
Yeah.
So when did you realize you were good? Because there must have been a point where you're like, I'm actually good at this. Did it take some practice? Did you go through any training?
No, I mean, if you'd call training, like if you'd call workshops training, yeah.
You went for workshops?
Yeah, I did a couple of workshops, Nairobi, here.
But it's like a real act train, like someone showing you all the ways to act
exactly.
Well. Okay.
But then, even in those trainings, somebody mentioned that you have it. You have that it factor, and I was like, really?
That felt good.
Yeah. Oh. But it was he's actually a special effects makeup artist.
Yes, someone called him just today. He's like the master of makeup.
Yes. Not because of my dad, but I do agree. And I used to 2005 I used to run around set with him, holding his bag, giving him like his apprentice, giving him his makeup brush or whatever. Okay. But when I watch the other people act, I'd be like, I can do. My gut feeling was I could do better than this, than what they're doing. That was my gut feeling. But I never had the chance to showcase.
Okay.
Until Hostel came about.
Oh yeah, that is where we go now.
Yeah.
So you described it to me as your starting point.
Yeah.
So was it your first role?
No.
Really? So what was your first role?
I'd done a couple of things that really never made me proud. Yeah.
You start from somewhere.
Yeah, you start from somewhere. But at least Hostel was the first professional thing I'd worked on, and he was on it, and he didn't want me to be on it. He was like, "Why are you on this again?"
You?
Yeah, he did. Like, he did. He didn't want me to take the path that I've taken right now, but now he doesn't regret it. At least I've tried to make him proud, I think.
It has to be by now. You have so much to show for right now.
No, maybe.
So you consider to be like your foundation, the hostel.
Hostel was my first professional foundation.
So what was that like? Were you nervous?
Very.
Very,
because the person who gave me the role said, you're going on TV and we're making you a star. And your dad is already a star, so are you going to embarrass your dad? Think about this. Do you want to take up another career or something like that?
That's so intimidating.
I know.
And unnecessarily so. What? So what that fascinates me a bit, because did the hostel guys know the hostel was going to be big even before they made it?
No.
So how come they were giving you that crap? Like, we're going to make you a star? Because they did, no?
It was the only show that on TV that would make sense at the time.
Okay.
At the time on NTV, there was nothing else. There was Kachivechi, but it faded, like it died.
Yeah, it did. That boards straight into where I start talking about your acting.
Yeah.
The method acting, I read in a piece of an interview which you did in January. You did a piece with The Monitor.
Wow.
Yeah, so and that's where you spoke about your method acting, and you noted Daniel Day-Lewis as your favorite actor, which even makes it more. Yes, of course, you're a method actor. By the time you like that guy, he's one of the well-known, insane method actors. So I want to know your process in the method acting. You were just about to talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I mean, it depends on the role. That's why I'm very, very picky these days. Before I was like, I want to act. But now when it gets serious, that this is actually your path and this is what you do, you have to, make the people buy it. And the question is, how far can you go to sell that illusion you're giving to them? You're showing them. If I'm playing cancer, how far am I going to go to make you buy the fact that I'm actually sick? What am I going to do? What steps do I have to take? What research do I have to make? That's the whole essence about method acting. And many actors do not want to do it because it's hard.
Method acting is hard?
Yes, it is. It's not...
Besides the physical embodiment, because method acting, the best way to describe it is it's embodying the character physically and emotionally. In every way, you become that character. So what's the hard part?
Long before set,
yeah,
during set, during breaks on set.
Oh yeah, you're one of those people who who stay in character even on set.
That's what people say, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's more about the role. How demanding is the role, and if the role is not as challenging as it's supposed to be for me as a method actor, I don't do it in good faith. Yeah.
So that was well into the funeral scene movie, which is coming out. It's not yet out.
It's out.
Is it out?
Like it got done.
When did it premiere?
Like a 4th April this month.
How hush do things premiere? That hurts.
It actually wasn't hush. It was all over social media, and I got.
Then I'm on the wrong social media, and I'm on like everything.
Yeah, like come back.
I'm on like everything, and I'm on mob, Ugandan film stuff. I'm shocked I didn't see funeral scene. It was a word of mouth that I could see, and everyone I've met in that circle tells me they watched it, and I didn't watch it. It's killing me. Anyway, so funeral scene, which is your last movie that came out.
Yeah.
You picked that out because you knew it would challenge you in that way.
Mm-hmm.
So you talk about what you did for the film.
You wouldn't believe. Funeral scene, I don't think I want to do anything like that again. Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Why? The story was one of these very basic stories. Mm-hmm. A guy finds his girlfriend, comes home, a sick guy comes home to find his girlfriend, his wife actually, has been sleeping with his brother, and she's expecting. That is a basic story.
Okay.
Like the general scope of the story.
Yes.
But what my character was suffering from was something I'd never played, or I'd never thought I'd play in the near future.
Wow.
Yeah, this dude was called Gabi. Gabi had liver cancer, stage 4 liver cancer. And that means he had done all the chemotherapy. He had no hair. He looked horrible. Cancer literally had taken its toll on him, and he was really small. Really small. I had to. I can't do that stuff again.
You starved yourself for how many weeks?
3 weeks. 3 weeks. I did 3 weeks without food.
Without food and water?
Water. I was doing water and an apple actually. The director was always getting me an apple. And he used to drink heavily. I cannot even touch alcohol right now because
oh my god.
He used to drink heavily, so I had to picture the feeling of drinking heavily but you're not eating. It's a bit risky for your health. But that was the method that I used. Mm-hmm. And I was spending lots of my time the 3 weeks at the Cancer Institute in Malago. I got to understand and interact with some of the patients. There's a guy who's called Sammy. I would want to see him again. I got busy after that.
You got a relationship with him while you were there?
Yeah, because he had seen Brother John. Like, he knew Brother John.
Oh my goodness,
he was such
that's
a fan.
so cute.
I know. It humbled me, really humbled me. And he was on his bed, like literally sick. He had stage 4 liver cancer, like my character.
What?
And he was like really sick. And there was nobody with him, just his aunt. But his aunt had to go work, come in the evening. What? Yeah, so I had to. And he was very friendly. Then moments he would be weak, I would not interact with him about anything. I'd just be there with him. Very touching for me. It was very, very, very personal to do that role. And Sammy would tell me exactly how he'd feel. Like, there are moments he would be feeling energetic. He would speak about all these things, and then he would give you detail about what transpires in his body, like what actually he knows is happening to him.
Damn.
Like, his mind, he allowed me pick his mind about his situation, and I was taken aback.
Wow.
I was freaked out. I was really freaked out.
How much time did you spend with
Every day for 3 weeks, as I was not eating. So he noticed I was looking weirder by the day. Then I told him my process, and then he got to understand it. But he said, don't push yourself too much because your body is healthy. And the thing about method acting is that you tell your mind you are not Michael right now. So your mind starts to believe it. That's the whole thing about our psyche. Your mind starts to believe this illusion. Yes. And your mind believes you're sick. I wasn't responding to people who were calling me by my name, Michael, in a good way.
You're really, really method, aren't you?
I really wasn't. We have like this WhatsApp group, family WhatsApp group. My dad, my mom, my sisters. So I told them before I started to prep for the character, for the role, that if any of you guys call me Junior or Michael,
you're not going to.
I don't know who that person is, and they thought I was joking, and they saw it happen. But it helps. It helps you stay in the zone of the character, because I don't want to tell you, Sharon. I don't want to tell you a lie. I don't want to lie to you. You get? I don't want to perform. I'm learning. It's a process. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying. I don't want to sell to you a weak illusion whereby you watch it and be like, nah.
Me, the viewer of the film.
Yeah, you the viewer of the film, because you never know who's watching. That's the beauty about the lens of a camera. You never know who's watching. It's not like stage where you can see everybody, but this camera, you don't know who will watch you, who will pick you up and say, I want to use that guy. So it's how serious you push yourself to do it, and how bad you want this. Like, how bad do you want to portray this character to a believable manner whereby you will not lose yourself, save some sanity for, the people that love you.
I know.
Right? And then,
Okay. Another thing. How did your dad feel about your method acting?
He told me I'm going to die. He told me, you're beeping good.
Is he a method actor?
He's a realist. Realism acting are those guys that don't really push it, but when they get on set, they do a good job.
They do a good job.
They do a good job.
The character on set.
Now,
but does he understand your method acting?
Yes, he does, and he doesn't like it because he says it's very risky.
I have to say though, I admire actors a lot. Acting is one thing for sure I know I would never be able to do. And I read a lot of scripts. It blows me away how you guys are able to translate that into who you are. I really have mad respect for that. Just point of, I don't know, it's not easy.
Yeah.
I find it one of the harder parts, because if the characters suck, whether your lighting is good, whether you're doing the best cut edits and with the best sound effects, it's still going to be absolute shit.
True.
So it's kind of everything. So kudos to you guys. I need to ask about the audition process also. So what's that like? What's your experience with that? Do you still go on a lot of auditions, or do people seek you out these days? Because you're a notable name now.
These days people seek me out, which is a good thing. I find it very humbling. Before, it was all run from here, run from there, go here, do this edition, run here. And my dad kept saying, if you want to make a name, stick your head out to be counted. You know, be among those people when they say when they need something, when they need somebody for this particular, craft. Your name is like top of the list. Like be that person. So that entails running up and down, meeting so many directors. I mean, it's the only way you could break in. Having to do so many auditions, having your name on all their lips, and trying to see.
So now you're there. You've kind of arrived, right?
Now the auditions which they call you for, and they just need like your resume or your showreel, your actor's showreel. Like for example, there's a movie I did in January, a Spanish film.
Spanish?
Yeah, it was a Spanish film done in Uganda, but it was not a Ugandan story. It was a Spanish story, but done in Uganda. It was called Sarah's Notebook. It was brilliant. I think it was, for me, Funeral Scene was nothing.
What?
No, to be honest, Funeral Scene was one of those things where, you're working with a Ugandan director, he'll direct you in a certain way, but here you're working with somebody who has seen it, who knows how to bring out the very, very best in you.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean that alone, even the team, that alone just gives you the guts to perform, because when a movie comes out and it's showing in Spain or in Europe or wherever, people who watch will say, "Oh, where is that guy from? Oh, he's from Uganda. Oh, what's his name?"
Yes.
Like, you have a bigger audience to impress.
It's a bigger platform.
It's a much bigger platform.
So I love how you said you brought out the best in you. How was you able to do that? Because I find that to be one of the greatest qualities of directors.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you're really good at what you're doing, because you need to be someone who gets the best out of the entire crew.
True.
So how was he able to get the best out of you?
He's simply an actor's director. That's all it takes.
Would he push for you to do something a certain way, or would he like tell you something that just brings something out of you?
Yes, like he would, the way he would tell you what the scene is going to roll, how the scene is going to roll out, how it's going to play out, and how he pays attention to your prep. Like he notices this guy knows what he wants from the scene. He makes you understand your goal in the scene. What do you hope? What does your character hope to achieve?
Okay.
And once you are on the same page with him, the rest is history.
So let me get the opposite side of that spectrum. What's someone who's just like cut and they just don't give you anything what you're supposed to do in the scene? They just let you go by the script?
Yeah.
Is that
And those are the majority we have down here.
They just give you a script, said do your thing, and that.
Because they trust you. They know, you're Michael, you're Michael Warrior's son. So you know what you're doing. Okay, action, and you're like,
that's it. You'd prefer for someone to set the scene like that, eh?
Yeah, I would want to work with a director. Irene Kulabako is one of those I really respect, and the director of A Dog Story.
Which reminds me, Beneath the Lies, the director was the guy who did Nairobi Half-Life?
Yes.
What was it like working with him?
I forget his name. Gitonga. No, is he okay? Yeah. He was amazing, but he's more of a technical director.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves
the technique,
beauty,
the aesthetics
beauty of the
and
scene,
everything.
The lights, the mood.
Oh, I see what you say.
Yeah.
But you said you work behind the scenes, you work on the set. What do you do specifically?
I'm a very good AD. Yeah,
You're a good assistant director.
Yeah, very, very good.
What
I think
makes you good?
because I believe I have an eye for performance. I'm able to work with actors because I'm an actor myself. So I find lots of joy prepping actors, pushing them to, keep time, all those things, do what the director wants from them, expects from them.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's super cool.
So is that your major role behind the camera?
I have done a bunch of things. Currently I'm going to do currently I'm doing line producing on.
What does line producing entail? He means Bella. What does line
Bella's
producing?
played by Cindy though. So
That singer? Nice. Is she a good actress?
you will love the change of persona. Like the Cindy we all see, the diva, the singer,
She's all different.
and now here she's like different, really different.
That's impressive.
Line producing is mainly, driving, making sure every department is doing it's playing its part. Be it costume, be it makeup, being
What? So you're good at
everything.
managing people.
Yeah. I mean, film is about people. You work with people.
You work with people, sure.
So if you don't have good people skills, you may not have a good film.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
But do you prefer being in front of a camera?
I actually enjoy both.
No, you don't pull that move. You don't pull that move.
Anyway, let me give you the very depth of my answer. I actually enjoy being in front of the camera.
Thank God. I was hoping for that
Because
answer.
I feel as it was like cut. I was cut out of cloth for it. I don't know. I mean, from way back, it came more naturally for me than anything else.
Okay, there's one last question I want to ask you about your acting. What's it like financially being an actor and your little work behind the camera?
I wouldn't say it's great because it's not Hollywood,
It's not Hollywood.
but I would say it's really good depending on how you choose your projects. Because there are projects that come and they actually do have money. Like they do have money, like literally good money. You're not making an office. Now, at least I can stand and say I know for a fact which project would trickle down to some money, or
How do you know that?
our industry is so small. Everybody knows everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody knows whether we're friends or not. But I know you from somewhere. I've seen you on something or whatever, or at the theater you performed, and I happened to be in the audience, but we're not friends. But we know ourselves. Yeah. So our industry is so small. You can know what's behind everyone's project in regards to your welfare.
Really?
But then that's why as an actor, that's why my dad was literally refusing me to be a part of this, because he was like, the Ugandan industry is really young, it's growing. You're a graduate, man. You have first class in IT. Go find a job in literally make use of your degree. And I was like, yeah, sure, cool. I will do that. I did for a while, it just never worked for me.
It would be
But you
nice
see-
if it turned into Hollywood and people were able to
That's
make a
right.
good living.
Exactly.
But still, it's as fulfilling as anything could be, I guess.
That's what we're trying to work upon. That's why UFF is trying to inspire people to do more movies by having amazing cash prizes for the nominees.
Yeah.
I mean, you make money in a night you'd never made in an office in a year. So
True.
but also many Ugandans are focusing on what the industry here is giving them.
What's the industry giving them?
The industry is giving many Ugandans a fair amount of mediocrity.
What does that mean? How are they giving them mediocrity? Is it? I'm assuming like they reward mediocrity.
No, I will be honest with you. I'm a part of this. I'm a part of the young people who are trying to build this. Maybe if our children grow up and say, oh, our fathers helped build this up. But giving the people, I mean, you've watched so many shows on TV, half-baked, right? Like you see, there's so much lacking because they want the easy way out. They want to escape certain things. They want to escape certain costs. They don't want to meet certain costs just because they want to have this out and out of the way. Yeah, that's settling for mediocre work. And if you look at people who do this professionally and who do this because one, the love, surpasses all forms of earning, and then also their knowledge about the craft. Many Ugandans are not film people.
I've noticed that, yeah.
They don't read about film.
Yeah.
Many filmmakers, actually. Let me zero it down to filmmakers. It's a bit harsh, but it's the truth. It's what's happening. They do not read. They don't do research about these kind of things. About the craft they claim to love so much. You know, how do you tell me you love something, but you don't go in depth about it? You don't go the whole 9 yards. You just stop on the top layer, you know, and try and give people that top layer. Oil, but no soup. Like, give people the entire meal. And the only way to do that is by actually learning more about what you claim you do. Like, learn more, like learn from people who know more. And many filmmakers here don't do that. Many actors have succumbed to that kind of life, whereby they do not really earn from the projects they're working on, because they're working with people who have made them think this is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know if it makes sense.
You do. Yeah. Wow.
So there are few actors who will say Uganda is not the film industry. The film industry is a bigger scope. Film is much, much bigger. And if you're working in film, you're not speaking to only you. I'm not speaking to only you. I'm speaking to him. Even those guys in Nairobi will watch. Even the guys in Nigeria will watch. How can you use your film to relate with them? How can you? And that relation will trickle down to money somehow in your pocket, and very good money. So it's just about knowing where is the movie. Get your nose out. Sniff the best films around. That's why we live in a .com era. We have professional actors are supposed to have showreels, resumes, whatever, headshots. 99% of actors we have here don't have that stuff. So how can you get an international job if you don't have those things in place? I mean, the other day in June, there's a movie coming. I think it's Canadian, and they're seeking Ugandan actors, and they're saying Ugandans aren't serious. Why? Because they made a call for, sending showreels and CVs and all this stuff, and we had nothing. People had nothing. Like, there was totally nothing. And it was just like a few people, me inclusive, who had those things in place, and we sent those. So yeah, those things depress me. It makes me lose faith in the people who are, the flag bearers of this industry. Like, you get to understand, if we were more serious than what we are portraying right now, because we have potential. Trust me, we have a lot of potential. We are virgin market.
Yeah.
And since Queen of Katwe, all these other big films it opened doors for us.
It did? That's nice to hear. I didn't know it did.
It did, actually. It opened doors for us, both crew-wise and acting-wise. Like, people said, now we can come to Uganda and shoot some of our, stories, and see what we can do. People are noticing the talent and craft and the virginness in this industry, but we don't see it ourselves. We still think, we're just Ugandans doing our thing, and we don't have that drive that when you're in a film set, or when you're in an international film set, there is this drive they all have, and it's in their eyes. They want to deliver. They want to give you guys a good product. They will go the whole 9 yards to give you a good product, and then they will sell you that illusion, and you buy it. Ugandans, not to criticize them, but it's the truth. We are very sluggish people. Like, we take things like a joke. We take craft like this craft like it's actually a plan B. Those guys have no plan B. It's what they do, and if it's what they do, if it's what pays their bills, they will do it well. That's why you will go and watch their movie and not ours.
Man, you're articulating the problem perfectly.
It's just what it is.
Wow, you've brought it into the next section I wanted to get into, which was the industry. After everything you've said, do you think that is what's lacking most in the film? Like, people striving more for quality than just going by with it?
People actually strive more for themselves, really. People do laptop movies. I've worked on some laptop movies before. Trust me, I know a couple of, laptop filmmakers. Like, he does a movie, he'll put in his few million shillings, do a movie, and then he just never post it anywhere. He'll never take it to any festivals.
I kind of get that.
The aggressiveness is not there. I mean, just yesterday, metaphorically, just yesterday, Nairobi was not very far from us. Kenyans were.
No, these days they're far.
No, these days they're doing stuff. They're doing stuff, and we are like lagging behind. Why is that so? If you see how the Kenyans work, they have this aggressiveness. They want this. Like, frankly speaking, filmmakers don't inspire me to do what I do. No. No. Filmmakers don't inspire me.
Oh my goodness. Why don't you do it yourself?
Because, film is a teamwork. It's a whole
It's a
chain
team
of
effort.
events. Yeah. Like, if one chain is slacking, it's a weak link, and it will not be strong. But if you're all united, and that's what these guys have over us. They have this unity. They have this amazing unity, which we don't have. We want a film. When you have my film, it's here. Hey, it's on my phone. I show you. You're joking. No. That's the kind of thing we have here in Uganda, and it's depressing, really. It's so frustrating to work with somebody.
Oh my goodness.
A Kenyan will know. I'm using Kenya because I've worked there, and I've seen the difference. Not because they're better, but because we can do better than we're doing right now.
Is there anything people are doing well, though?
Yeah.
What are they doing well?
They have a couple of friends of mine, like you say, there's a sector of filmmakers in UG that are trying to get this right. And not because he's my old man, but...
Oh, your father!
It's not just him.
Hey, who else?
There some guy, he's called
The guy
Ness.
of Silent Depression?
Yes.
I want to get him on the show.
You
He'll
should.
be one of the people I interview.
Ness is amazing. I love Ness's work. He takes his time to do research. He's a cinematographer. He takes his time to actually do research of what kind of shots he wants to, because you tell a story from the kind of shots you take. So if your shots don't make sense, I will not get the story somehow.
Okay.
Even if the actors are amazing. So I've never worked in this, but we're
Really?
friends. We have to work together. We've been speaking about it. So there's a bunch of young people who are now getting exposed to doing things the right way and going the whole 9 yards, but the majority don't. But there are a bunch of young people who are actually saying, no, this must stop, this must change.
So Ness is one of them.
Ness is one of them. And
Who
he's one
else
of those
do you
people.
think?
I like Malcolm.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Malcolm. He's my friend.
I like Malcolm. I like Malcolm stuff. Malcolm has this dedication to it. He's new in the game, but he has this dedication to it.
Now comes on to the personal questions, you and what you like, because I want to get to know you as someone who's passionate about film. So, best actor.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Too easy. Best actress.
She did Meryl Thatcher, Iron Lady.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep, yes. Meryl Streep. How could I? Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
I love
Definitely.
Meryl Streep.
Good. Best director?
Best director, I would definitely go with the guy who does most of Leonardo DiCaprio's movies.
Scorsese. Why do you like Scorsese?
He's a deep actor's director. He picks he likes to, like Leo said, he picks Leo's mind to always give the very, very best of his own performances.
Best movie of all time?
My best movie of all time has been, there are actually 3.
Give them to me.
I Am Sam, Sean Penn.
Not seen it. On my watch list now.
Please watch it. He
Okay.
had an amazing performance. I Am Sam by Sean Penn. Forrest Gump.
Nice.
Seen it.
Yep.
And My Left Foot, Daniel Day-Lewis.
Besides your father, who's your other inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Adam Chiri though.
Okay, if you weren't an actor, what would you be?
I'd be a lawyer.
So, last question, what's the last movie you watched?
Last movie I watched.
What?
The last movie I watched? Oh my god. When
It's so long ago that you can't remember? What the?
Oh my god. The last movie I watched. Okay. Oh, La La Land.
Did you like it?
Yes, I love La La Land.
Okay, so that's it. After that, I really want to talk about what's coming up next for you. Something for people to look forward to. So what is coming from you soon?
I worked with this amazing actress. I do not think Ugandans are yet ready for her, and I think Hollywood is being unfair to her.
Who is that?
Kemiondo Coutinho.
Oh,
Just
what
two
did
of
you
us.
work with her on?
Chenvu is Yellow. A movie called Yellow.
Is she directing it?
She directed it, she wrote it.
And is she playing a role in it?
Lead actress and lead guy.
When is that coming out?
Pretty soon.
How soon?
Like a month from now.
Nice. I hope to have her on the show too.
Please.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
What's Chenvu about? Yellow?
Chenvu is about it's a rape story. It's a love tragedy gone. It's like a love story gone bad in the end.
Is it a short film or a feature film?
It's a short.
How many minutes?
Should be about 30.
Not
30,
bad.
45.
Okay. Not bad. So what else were you saying is coming out also?
Solace.
What's Solace about?
Solace. I actually don't know about Solace. Like,
you acted in the film, didn't you?
I acted in the film, and I don't know, I'm being fronted as like the face of the movie, but I wasn't the lead.
Oh, because of your name.
I don't know. I will not
you're
conclude that
famous.
one. So I did my thing, and basically it's about this girl who killed her boyfriend, blah, 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 and I was like investigating the case. So
Okay.
yeah.
Is that it?
For now, yeah. And this and
Bella, but Bella is still filming. So.
they're still filming, yeah.
Okay. I think that's it. Did you enjoy the discussion?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Thank you for coming, Michael. Thank
No.
you for being the first actor here. You're awesome. Still my favorite actor. I've been with Michael Wawuyo Jr. Thanks for listening. This is Cinema Red Pill. Feedback, comments, social media, anywhere. Bye-bye.